So you learned ancient languages whenever you got bored?
You know, Jack, I sometimes ask myself, why do we spend our entire lives crawling through musty caves?
Why not? Can you think of something better?
Sometimes I dream about our future. A real future, you know?
A future together.
We should really continue exploring now.
Yes, and I experimented on dolls. Just for scientific purpose.
Shh! Did you hear that funny noise too?
Hey, take it easy. They're only bats. No reason to panic so far. But where's Carl?
Over here.
Have you lost something, Master of Hieroglyphs?
I hate bats. Once, when I was little, I got stuck in an old well. It was full of them.
It's all right, Carl. Back home at the ranch, we were wary of them too.
How odd! I would have sworn that back at the ranch, you'd have shot at anything that moves.
We barely ever shoot anything for no good reason, Eve. Unless we're severely provoked.
Wait a minute. Was that a threat?
Make of it what you will.
Jack, I will not march through a cloud of bats, and I'm not gonna have Amanda threaten me.
Bats are small and completely harmless. No one's ever been hurt by a bat. Why'd you look so nervous?
And you, great scientist, you're afraid of bats?
Whoa, this bridge has seen better centuries. Careful now.
Jack? Are we to stay here?
Right, we're a crew, we should stay together, yada yada.
Fine, come along then.
But the bats.
I've no problem with them, but we can't leave Carl here by himself.
Hypocrite.
All right, I'll take a look at the other side, and then come back. If it's worth the trouble to go there together, then we'll find a way to get rid of the bats.
Just don't take forever.
And you, great scientist, you're afraid of bats?
Oh my, looks like a human skeleton. Maybe he went crazy and starved because he was stuck between two arguing women. A wooden leg from a man who no longer needs it. It's made from strong wood. That stone plate looks different, and I can feel a light draft from the sides. Maybe there's something behind it. Ah, stop. All right, that won't work. Oh, it's too heavy.
And you, great scientist, you're afraid of bats?
Ah, those creatures are driving me nuts.
Fear of bats seems to be a common affliction.
Hey, don't overdo it.
Maybe you can chase them off.
I could use the gun, but I prefer not to shoot living things. But Eve could become the first exception.
Maybe the loud bang would be enough to scare them off.
Great idea. I'll give it a try.
Wait a second, Jack. I believe the flash from my camera will work better. Who knows what might happen if the cowhand fires a bullet in here?
Come on, what do you think the flash would achieve? We should rely on my rifle.
A loud noise could do the trick.
That's what I think. Out of the way, photographer.
Wow. Great shot, Amanda.
Whew. I'm really happy I didn't hit any of them.
Well, I'm sure the bat was already old and died of shock. Don't worry. Now the bats are gone, we can cross the bridge. But I don't think it could take all of our weight at the same time.
That's true, Jack. The planks of this bridge have been influenced by atmospheric intrusion.
And what does that mean for us?
I would have to make precise calculations in order to be sure. At any rate, we shouldn't risk crossing it with more than 2 people at a time.
So we just walk across one after the other.
Great idea, honey, but unfortunately we've only got the one torch and the bridge has no railing. You're welcome to cross it in complete darkness. That'll be fun.
Eve's right. Walking across is too dangerous without light. I think it's best if I cross the bridge with a torch and take one of you along every time.
Wait a minute!
What is it?
You're gonna leave me alone in the dark with a woman who wants me dead?
But I was only kidding. Just take Eve across first. Carl and I will stay here and wait.
Fine, I'll get us all over there somehow.
Now, Amanda, you're welcome to try and cross the bridge by yourself.
The bat crashed when Amanda fired into the cave. Probably died of shock.
So you're saying I'm right?
Come along, Eve.
I'm sure you know what you're doing.
I don't see Amanda or Carl anywhere on the other side. Please, Eve, stay here for a moment. I'll look for Amanda and Carl. What are you doing? Why did you leave the cave?
Oh, I'm sorry. We were deep in conversation, and it was getting really stuffy in there.
Are you joking? I'm trying to get us all over there, and you two just walk about outside and shoot the breeze.
Oh, Jack, come on. We just lost track of the time. It's no big deal.
All right, I'm totally calm. Would you please come back in now so we can all cross the bridge?
I like that approach. And Amanda, I mustn't forget to tell you what I eventually did with that new concept.
And could you simply stay where you are when I leave you alone again?
Sounds great. What did you say, Jet?
Nothing. Perhaps this will become more bearable if I simply jump into the chasm. Wait a minute, why are you over here again?
Are you joking? You all left the cave? I thought you would leave me behind here. How could you?
There was no reason to be afraid. How did you even get across the bridge without a torch?
On all fours, and I was scared to death. Luckily, I could always see the light from the entrance.
Ah, so without a torch it's only possible in one direction. Right, I see. We're going to start over. This time, please stay focused.
Now, Amanda, you're welcome to try and cross the bridge by yourself.
Right, let's go, Amanda.
Fine, after you.
Come along, Eve.
I'm sure you know what you're doing.
Why are you looking at me like that, Eve?
I think you should go back with me.
Ugh, all this to and froing? I think I need a new pair of boots. Or feet.
All right, I'll wait here.
You must be very deaf.
Come along, Carl.
I really hope we're not going to encounter any bats on the bridge.
So, you're an engineer.
Yes, that's right.
Right, let's go, Amanda.
Fine, after you.
The door seems locked. Any ideas?
There's this gigantic stone thing here.
It'd be really weird if this thing weren't somehow connected to the path.
That's what I think. But it's massive.
We should give it a try. 3 people can turn it, then we'll see if anything can happen.
Finally, someone who tries to come up with solutions.
Ha! And what are the rest of us doing?
Oh, threatening other team members at gunpoint, perhaps.
Be quiet! Everybody, you are driving me crazy! Can we continue now?
All right, grab the bars then. Somebody obviously tried to attach a 4th handle, but there's nothing but splinters left. The leg would fit, but there are bits of wood left over from the old handle. I owe it to its previous owner to use the leg sensibly. I'm done. How's the translation coming?
It wasn't easy, but I think I've got it. The whole thing is something like an ancient safe. We must align the pyramid in 3 directions in a specific order.
And then the door will open?
Maybe. I'm not quite sure about the last part. Either the door will open, or the cave will collapse in order to punish us for the sacrilege we committed by touching the pyramid.
I would definitely prefer option 1. So what do we do?
First, the king's feather must caress the plumed guardian of the bridge. Next, the king's falcon must meet the eye that looks down into the abyss. And finally, the entrance to the tomb must point at the secret chamber.
Cracking this code should be a piece of cake. What was the code on the tablet again?
First, the king. Next, the king's falcon. And finally,
Cracking this code should be a piece of cake. So, Carl, what's the first clue?
First, the king's feather must caress the plumed guardian of the bridge. I think that was wrong.
No kidding, Sherlock.
Who?
Forget it. Where did it go wrong?
Let's think about this. The pyramid is the symbol for the king, the pharaoh. So the king's feather must be the symbol on Eve's bar.
So, Carl, what's the first clue?
First, the king's feather must caress the plumed guardian of the bridge. I think that was wrong.
No kidding,
Who?
Forget it.
Let's think about this. So the...
So, Carl,
First, the king's feather must caress the plume...
Oh, great. The door moved a bit. What's the next clue?
Next, the king's falcon must meet the eye that looks down into the abyss. The mechanism seems to have reset. Next time, but first, we need to start again.
So, Carl,
First,
oh, great. The door moved a bit. What's the next clue?
next, the king's falcon must meet the eye that looks down into the abyss.
Looking good. Now for the last step.
And finally, the entrance to the tomb must point at the secret chamber.
The door's open. We did it. Good job. Time to go and face whatever awaits us.
Jack, don't you think you forgot something?
Like what?
What about thanking the one who cracked the code and got us through this door?
Oh, you're probably right. Great work, Carl.
Hey, we're crew, aren't we?
Sure. Whatever.
Right. I understand. Thanks.
Are you ready now? Can we go?